Some time ago, a friend of mine said to me, "What is the origin of cold and heat? They are so different." I looked at my friend with sympathy because it was a big question due to two extreme and opposing states of matter. And I said, "Do you really want me to tell you the truth?" And my friend said, "Tell me, I think I can take it." And I said, to understand the origin of heat and cold, we have to go to host dark energy organisms, the fundamental creators of matter, and also to varus light matter organisms, the fundamental manipulators of matter, and find what their main powers are. My friend said, "I know what you're going to say, that one has the power of heat and the other the power of cold, like in superhero films." And I said, "Yes, that is correct, but this is no fiction, this is fact. Host dark energy organisms have the power of the cold, which unites and preserves, and virus-like matter organisms have the power of the heat, which decomposes and damages." And my friend said, "Well, give me some examples then." And I said, when host dark energy organisms are infected by virus light matter organisms, the power of heat becomes apparent. Because those infected dark energy organisms are detached from their main network of hosts and form a dark disk. Then they grow into host protons electrons, and virus-like matter organisms increase the heat so that they can make copies of themselves in the shape of virus neutrinos. Then a star is born. But these extreme levels of heat damages host protons electrons. Their electron tails are severed with the heat. They lose their power of new creation of matter. They lose their memory, and they acquire many genetic defects. And my friend said, "Oh, I wish I would know how virus-like matter organisms acquire the power of heat, because it's very strong. I'm feeling the consequences of that power because I am made of host protons electrons, and I lost the power of new creation of matter." And I said, "Well, I don't think we will ever find out how virus-like matter organisms acquire the power of heat. But as you said, we can see the consequences of such power." And my friend said, "Now to the million-dollar question, what will win, the heat or the cold?" And I said, "Well, in planet Earth at the moment, the heat is winning because people age and die. They can no longer create new matter. They are born ignorant. They have lots of diseases. There is abuse. There is drug addiction. Unless people can conquer aging and death and life in outer space, they will become extinct. But you need to understand how this extinction will come about. The core of planet Earth is shrinking over time, getting smaller and smaller, until eventually virus neutrinos will not be able to sustain the heat. When that happens, the seas and the gases of planet Earth will dissipate away because the core of planet Earth doesn't have enough gravity to sustain an atmosphere. So when that happens, then the coal will win because all that will be left is rock and sand on planet Earth, extremely cold, with heavy atoms, overcrowded, and virus neutrinos will not be able to exit those atoms. It is similar to a freezer where the food is preserved and various neutrinos cannot make copies of themselves because there is no heat they can generate. So yes, the coal will eventually win on planet Earth. My friend said, well, how about then host dark energy organisms with the cold? Will they win at the universal level? And I said, yes, they're winning. They are accelerating the expansion of the universe. They're also more than 90% of the matter of this universe. So at the universal level, the coal is definitely winning. But you have to understand that there will always be new stars and new planets coming into existence. So it will appear that for as long as we can see, the coal and the heat will have to coexist alongside. And my friend said, well, the truth about the origin of coal and heat is very shocking, especially because I can see the consequences of the heat in my own body with my own host protons and electrons. I can no longer create new matter. I age and die. In this case, the truth is awful. Until next time.